Welcome to another episode of the Talk It To Me podcast with your hosts, Tim Klingman and Phillip Smith. Intro and outro music by Empty Beds, emptybeds.bandcamp.com. Welcome to another episode of the Talk It To Me podcast. It's Phillip here again with Tim.
Woo! Hi, guys.
You didn't do this last week, Tim. We didn't have ya.
No, I was on vacation.
He was on vacation, which means he was too good to talk to you guys. Too good. Stuck up.
I mean, not any of that.
But we had Michael Maxwell from the band Empty Beds. He joined me last week, and that was kind of fun. So he might replace you, Tim. I'm gonna have you two battle to the death.
Okay.
That's what I decided.
Gladiator style or
like Halo maybe?
Oh, in Halo. just straight up in Halo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll set up some kind of saw like device where like there's like a pistol that'll shoot one of you when one of you dies in the game.
I'm down.
Yeah, so we'll get that sorted out. But
okay, let's do it.
It was an interesting episode last week having Michael here, and yeah, we talked about the James Gunn thing more and Dan Harmon, and got very off track about things. Yeah, but it was fun. This is a different kind of episode. This is a different kind of episode because if you can read the title, you know we're gonna be talking about the movie that came out last week, Teen Titans Go. To the movies.
To the movies.
To the movies. To the window. To the wall.
To the wall. To the
sweat
wall.
drops down my balls.
Oh,
Oh, skeet, skeet.
Nope, no skeeting.
I'm really surprised they didn't have a reference to that song in this movie.
I'm actually really surprised that you're not copyrighted for that.
No, it's okay, because I'm parodying it. It's a parody.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you can't play the actual song, but, you know, we're making fun of the song, so it's okay.
But that's okay to make fun of it.
Yeah, it's okay to make fun of it.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind when I decide to do something incredibly dumb.
Oh, man. Dude. I
Yeah.
have notes.
I saw you were taking them while we were watching the movie because we were in a theater with literally us four and one.
Yeah. It was us, our wives, and then one other person.
Yeah. It was pretty empty in that theater.
Hey, the guy that was watching the movie was having a blast, the other guy.
Oh yeah, he was laughing his booty off.
This movie was made just for him. Like, he's the one guy that like was like, "This is my movie. Somebody is finally telling my story."
Somebody. I don't know who. He definitely did not know. I don't think he meant to go into that theater. I think he just accidentally ended up there.
Like, he had to have been high. He had a big old thing of snacks with him, and
yeah, I think he just accidentally ended up there.
Yeah. The ticket guy was taking a break or something, and he was just like, "Oh, I could run back here and get in this theater now." Wow, I could actually see that fly trying to land on your face. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I want to punch that fly.
All right, so we got to start talking about this movie because there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot that happened.
So, like, I think we should start from the beginning.
Just straight up from the beginning?
Yeah, we'll start off from the beginning.
Okay. Okay. Can I just go first with the first thing that bugged me?
Well, like, if we're starting straight from the beginning, we could talk about the late Batsby.
Oh, you mean the black screen until like?
Oh yeah, that was one.
10 minutes.
Like this movie, like nobody cared at all because the fact there's just like there was 5 minutes of just black screen, and then eventually somebody realized what was happening and turned the previews on.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna turn on my lighting here for a second. Oh.
Oh, you blinded me, sir.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, okay, so right from like the very beginning in the title sequence, the first thing that I saw that was Easter egg, but it was a annoying Easter egg for me, was the They used the original Justice League
Wait, wait,
series.
wait. Okay, no, that's not the beginning because we need to talk about the little mini thing at the beginning because they think they're Pixar. They think they are on Pixar's territory right there.
Oh, you mean the
The Batgirl thing, the late Batsby.
Oh, geez. I had forgotten about that horribleness, and you have reminded me.
Ah!
Thank you.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Thank you for that.
If you want to hear Tara Strong scream in her most annoying voice for 4 or 5 minutes straight, that's this thing. There is literally a part where like it was making me cringe from ah.
It was bad.
Like so, the late Batsby is, for those who don't know, it looks like a pilot. Like seriously, like they're doing a pilot for another Teen
Yeah.
Titans Go-esque show with all female superheroes. Like it looks like
And
Cartoon Network just to pump up the time on the movie. They put this in front of there.
I'm pretty sure that's all that was, though. Like, it was literally just like a pilot for a new show or something.
It wasn't even
I
like
don't
it
know.
wasn't even an airable pilot. It was like a pilot that like they throw out at something like at like an executive meeting. It looked terrible.
I think that was honestly like, I think that was literally just like an episode of a different show, though. Like, I think that's already a live show. I
I
could
don't
be
think
wrong.
it
It might be
is.
like
I don't.
DC Girls in High School or something that I'm thinking of, but I could have swore that
I don't
no,
think that
because
exists.
in the one that I was thinking of, they didn't have really thick Supergirl or Power Girl or whatever she was.
Thick, with 5 C's at the end.
Yeah, quite literally. Like
Thick.
she was thicker than my military coworker who, I mean, you get the point.
So the story behind the late Batsby is Barbara Gordon wants to go fight Mr. Freeze and the other female superheroes. She doesn't want them to get there first, but she can't leave until her father goes to sleep.
That's the basic general thing of it. It's it's cringy. There's a whole lot of cringe going on.
And instead of showing, a strong woman like, kicking butt, they just kind of have her like fail miserably to get to the spot that she's trying to get to.
I mean, it was in like a real cartoonish fashion, which was honestly well done for, the cartoonish fashion part. Everything else was not so great.
It was very cheap looking too. Like everything was very cheap. Like not even like to a comedic effect. Like it looked bad. It looked like it was not something officially produced by DC.
Uh, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of shoot, what was the cartoon? I don't want to say like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, but it was like another cartoon that Cartoon Network has had on its channel for a while. I just can't remember for the life of me what it is.
Like the new Powerpuff Girls, because that's what it reminded me of. Like a lot.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that
Except
one. But
the backgrounds were way worse. Like the backgrounds look terrible.
that's not quite what I got out of it though. No, I got like some oh man, I can't even think about what I got out of
You
it,
don't
to
even
be honest
smoke
with you.
weed and you just hit a pothole, man. What the hell?
I it hurts, man. All of it hurts.
Everything hurts. The movie's just kind of a blur.
Yeah, basically. That's the movie, just a blur.
Yeah. So I guess we can move on to the title sequence now. That
Oh,
they
you mean the thing that set me off and made me want to walk out of that theater?
yeah.
It wasn't like that bad. It was just like they took the original good Justice League intro and they were like, this is for Teen Titans Go now. And they like changed the art on them all to show and reflect that, and it made me mad.
Yeah, that was like a very first offensive thing that popped up on there, and yeah, oh my god, that was bad.
Yes, by definition.
Uh, yeah, it just was like one of those things. Like, why would they do that?
Probably just to mess with you.
Yeah, just to specifically make us mad.
Yeah, like they were like, okay, they're watching this movie. All right, I see how it's gonna be.
I'm the
No,
man
but
now.
right. But in hindsight, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like I thought, when you walk into a movie theater and you have expectations of what's going to happen, the first few minutes kind of set the frame for it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, that first fight scene, which I have a note here on too, was pretty fun. Like it was I think it's the first fight scene I've ever seen with Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, no, seriously, I was like, I swear, like when Raven started using her powers, I swear they have not shown that once at all, and not to mention the guns.
Yeah, there were guns. So this is something that's weird because it's a movie and it's not on Cartoon Network. They get away with cops and bad guys having guns and stuff, which happens a few times in the movie, which I was like, that's kind of cool. That's different.
Yeah, yeah, it was interesting.
Like super duper edgy. All the other kids with their pumped up
Pumped up?
kick.
No.
But yeah, so the fight scene was kind of cool. They were fighting some bubble monster thing. I don't know
A
what it
bubble
is.
monster?
I don't know if it's like a regular monster on the show. I don't. I'm not aware.
Uh, I don't believe so. It's not anything. It wasn't anything I ever recognized at all. It seems like they just made him for this.
Yeah. So at the end of the fight scene, there's a stupid song and dance number that they're gonna repeat like 7 or 8 times throughout the entire movie.
No.
Imagine if
Just
like in the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, like the old school like '90s ones, if like Go Ninja Go, they did that like every like 10 minutes during the movie. And you have what this song is. It's a terrible rap and it's played on a tape that is inserted into Cyborg's chest that says, "This is who he is."
yeah.
And by the way, that ethnic dialect gets real grating, and I know that's already a thing with the show, which I don't like about the show. The Beast Boy, uh, everything's urban slang with him, which I cannot stand.
Yeah, it's nothing. It pains me. It just pains me. That's all I can say about it. It makes
Anyway,
me
uh,
it makes me want to rip my tongue out through my esophagus though,
it
like
ma-
this way.
it makes me feel so bad that white people wrote that.
That's what makes you feel bad?
I feel ashamed for being a white person for that being the whitest rap of all time.
Fair
And I'm
enough.
practically glowing right now. I really need to like move my lighting around a little bit.
Yeah,
There.
you kind of do.
Wow, I am bright, guys. Holy crap. There we go. There we go. Now I'm not heavenly. But yeah, that's just
Don't
oh, that
don't be so bright, Philip. Don't be so bright.
yeah, the musical numbers in this movie get so grating cuz there's one every 5 minutes and then you get that stupid rap where they bring it up every ugh.
Yeah, it was like Teen Titans Go to the movies, but it's a musical also.
Like, is that a thing with the show? Because you've seen more of Teen Titans Go than I have. Do they do a lot of musical numbers?
I mean, yes and no. They do a lot of musical stuff, but a lot of it's more like real quick, short, and in an episode where it takes like 2 minutes out of the episode, and then the rest of the episode is just normal stuff.
Yeah, it's not something that happens for 3 minutes every 10 minutes. Like, if you cut the musical numbers down into a movie, I think you'd be shocked to find that there's maybe like 40 minutes of a movie there. But this movie is not framed as a musical. That's what's weird about it.
Yeah, I found it I don't know. Some places it was well placed, the musical. Other places it was like they're trying too hard.
Yeah. Let's see. My next one was the superheroes, the DC superheroes, the real superheroes, not the Teen Titans Go, show up and they defeat the monster the Teen Titans fail to because they're too busy singing a song.
And then the Teen Titans they're like, "Oh no, we're good at this
Yeah, they think they
because
killed the.
our song did this."
To be
I mean, I
fair,
guess maybe hold on. Make sure you put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this episode.
if you care about Teen Titans Go, the movie, KYS, okay? Spoiler alert.
I don't know. I'd just rather be. I don't want.
KYS, okay? I'm just
You,
saying, I'm just saying kiss. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying kiss. If you get any further meaning out of that, you know.
Guys, it doesn't stand for kill yourself. It stands for keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Or kill yourself. I mean,
That's
I'm not suggesting anything. It could stand for that. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you really care that much about this movie, that you get mad that we spoil it, just kiss, okay? Just kiss and get it
just
over with.
find the nearest person to you and give them a big, wet, sloppy one.
Yeah. What I liked, what I liked with the movie was the fact they made fun of Green Lantern, which I thought was great.
Oh yeah, no, that was well placed, well timed, good joke. They're trying to. I don't like, however, how much they tried to like kind of hype up on that Deadpool thing.
Yeah, but
Literally in the first sequence, I want to say it was, we had a not the first, very first, but like right there in the middle of the movie, we had a third wall break by Slade, Deathstroke. You know,
I'm surprised they didn't make a Deathstroke joke because of the fact that, again, this movie's already showing guns and, you know, telling kids to ask their parents how babies are made. They could say death.
right? I know, and it's weird because like I thought they were going to when he said my name is. I thought they were just straight up going to say Deathstroke, and they were going to be like, "What? That's so similar already. What are you doing?" You know? But nope, they went a different route with that.
Yeah, so. But anyway, the Green Lantern joke, they made a joke about the movie. I thought that was kind of cool. I wrote that down. I don't know why. Um,
Because Green Lantern was like, "Yeah, there's also a Green Lantern movie, but
yeah,
we
we
don't
don't
talk
talk
about
about that.
that."
Yeah. That was a good joke, in my opinion. That's one of the giggles I got. I wrote down anytime I got a giggle about something or if I didn't like something. Um,
Because that's how we judge movies.
yep. Let's see. What was it? Supergirl wearing Elastaman?
Oh, that one. Oh, that
Okay,
was so
they go to a
wildly inappropriate.
they go to a movie, and this is probably the most adult joke implied in the entire movie. There, that kind of goes over people's heads. Um, it probably goes over people's heads. I'm not sure. It didn't go over mine. I was like, oh, you're naughty. You're naughty when I heard that. They're at a premiere, and there's a reporter talking about stuff, and it's like, oh, here's, you know, so and so. Here's Superman. Here's the Atom. And then it's like, here's Supergirl. She's wearing Elastaman tonight. And then he's like, hi there. Like popping out of,
Yeah,
not popping out of her crotch, but out of her stomach. Like very close. Like that joke, I feel like was written in a different way. Bye,
it
kitty.
was like the leg area.
Like, yeah, it was very like, oh.
Yeah, it was something that was just enough to be like, when I saw it, I was like, that can't be right. That can't be what just happened. So,
Yeah. So they go to the premiere of Batman's movie, and they hype up like repeatedly. They make the joke that, you know, oh, it's gonna be Robin's movie they're gonna announce next, and Robin's all excited for it, and he's, oh, it's gonna be my movie next. It's gonna be my movie next, and there's a couple of gags in there. Like two of them, in my opinion, like were not that good. One of them I thought was hilarious, and I'd actually like to see this movie. Uh,
it's a
like,
bat belt, right?
no, it was not Bat Belt. So the first one they hype up is Alfred, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I'm next summer." But anyway, the idea behind Alfred movie, I'd love to see an Alfred movie because Alfred is like an MI6 agent. That would be cool. But then again,
No, absolutely.
you kind
And
of,
didn't they actually they did that. I'm pretty sure they did that.
well, they didn't really do like an Alfred movie, but the first season of Gotham is very much like it's about Alfred. Like you don't care about Bruce Wayne. It's
No.
about
Well, I mean, you still don't in Gotham.
yeah, but still, it was about Detective Gordon and Alfred in the first season, and then it becomes more about Bruce later on. You just don't care about him, even though it becomes about him. But
You don't.
I'm dark and brooding. I got blue balls for a girl who dresses like a cat.
Basically the entire plot. Oh. No, it's not. There's a lot more than that. It's more about Gordon, Gotham is. Um
Gotham's one of those shows
But
that jumped the shark so early in its run that I was shocked how bad it got. Like that show, I thought that was dark and gritty, and then just weird stuff started happening. They started bringing characters back from the dead, and
yeah. But back to Teen Titans.
oh yeah, we were talking about something bad, not something that became bad. I guess you could say Teen Titans became bad when it became Go.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which I'm gonna segue that in a later part of this video.
Yeah. For all you people that, want to kiss and get mad, we're probably going to spoil something you'll kind of care about, but you won't go watch the movie if you really care about what we're going to say. So.
I mean, if you really care about it after we bring it up, then you can just go, like, YouTube it.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah. This movie runs into this roadblock where it'll take a joke to the point where it's repeating itself and thinking it's really trying to be funny repeating itself. And that's what happened with the previews for the next, superhero movies were. Because first Alfred came up and I giggled at that and it looked funny. And then it was then it was the car. And I was like, who cares? And then it was the belt, which got a little bit of a gag out of me because it's like, you can put stuff in it. Which was a dumb
Yeah, that
joke.
was literally the whole concept behind the whole movie was just, you can put stuff in it.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, I laughed at. I found it pretty funny.
yeah, that was at least a little bit funny, but the joke itself, like the overlying joke, was just too long. It had no timing. Anyway, Robin gets laughed at, and we lead to the coolest animation in the entire movie, which is this weird Lion King sequence where they go full Disney, and they have all the superheroes.
It was like the dream sequence, right? I want to say it was a dream sequence.
Yeah, it was a dream sequence, and they have like this Lion King like montage, and it was super cool looking.
It was. It would have been an interesting concept if they had something to stick with it.
I feel like they poured
they
all their production budget right into that scene because the rest of the movie looks terrible. Like it really does. It looks like
it looks.
Okay, no, I won't say it looks like an episode of the show. I will give it credit. It looks better than an episode of Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, it's got the same animation, but it's like higher graphical look and whatever.
It doesn't look like it's drawn in like 20 frames a second, so.
I mean, pretty close though.
Also, I don't know if you noticed this during the movie. This was bothering me. A lot of the characters, as they moved, were making the Johnny Test cracking noise every time they move.
What? Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I must not, because I didn't notice anything like that.
Yeah, there's a whip crack noise that people was making when they'd move, and it was bothering me a little bit, but
just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw the show Johnny Test, but they did that a lot on that show. Like anytime a character moved, go psh, psh, psh. I don't get why, but that bothered me.
Yeah, I can see why that would bother you. I can see why that would bother me though. So I just didn't notice it. Apparently,
I should have pointed it out to you. By the way, I snuck Chick-fil-A in my pocket. By the way, guys, I snuck Chick-fil-A. Tim brought me Chick-fil-A, and we had literally 5 minutes to get into the movie, so I just stuffed Chick-fil-A in my pants.
He did. And then he proceeded to drink the rest of the buffalo sauce.
You didn't drink what I gave you. I gave you the barbecue sauce, and you didn't drink it. I'm not
gonna drink barbecue sauce, Philip.
Why won't you drink the barbecue sauce, Tim?
I'm not gonna do it.
Tim.
I'm impalpable.
Tim.
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
Drink it. It's good for you. It's good guy juice.
Is it really though?
It's good guy juice. It's good guy juice.
Okay. I left it in the theater, so.
You jerk. Somebody's got to clean that up. At least they got free good guy juice, though.
Are you kidding me? We were so far back in the theater, it was ridiculous.
With how empty that theater is, I wouldn't be surprised if they just don't clean it for a month. Oh my god.
Right? And those chairs were really bad, actually.
Yeah, this was the worst I've ever been into a luxury Galaxy theater. The worst I've ever seen a chair. There were holes in them. It was bad.
The chair that I was sitting in was, it was basically it was like a leather upholstered chair, but like none of the leather was on it.
So I guess it wasn't a leather upholstered chair then.
Which was mildly uncomfortable.
Anyway, the movie takes this weird turn where it kind of starts to rip off Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and they go on a road trip to Hollywood.
Oh, right, that.
And there's the best musical number in the entire movie is right there. Like, in my opinion, that road trip one about following your dreams and doing stuff, like, that was a fun one. I think that plays again in the credits, right? Is that the one that they play again in the credits?
No, I don't think they did. And that one that sounded kind of like Michael Boltman was singing it.
I don't know. But it was like one of the better sequences. I remember that. That was a fun one. And at the end of it, they commit vehicular manslaughter, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's a normal thing.
they run over, like, what was it, like a bear? I don't even remember. This movie started to run together for me.
It was like some sort of a tiger, bear, shark thing.
Yeah, I think it was a tiger. I think you're right. It was a tiger. They run over some
Tiger,
tiger that was singing with them, like, yeah. It was
tiger,
weird.
bear, shark thing. I'm standing with that.
Yeah, yeah, it's just, dang. That,
That.
ah,
Let it
uh,
out, Philip. Let it out.
ah. The movie just makes me mad. Um, they get to Hollywood, and then, of course, there's a Batman Superman Martha joke. Like, legitimately, I know animation takes a long time. I get animation takes a long time, and this meme really took off. This meme really took off last year.
They
Like,
did exactly what everybody was making fun of Batman v Superman for.
yeah, but
And
like,
it was honestly it was enough to make me laugh, and then they proceeded farther with it, and it was like, okay, now you've tried to push the meme farther.
talk about beating a dead meme. Like, I don't even think it's a meme anymore. Once you're mentioned in a Hollywood movie, your days as a meme are done.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that joke. Like, it was funny, when people first started making the joke a year and a half ago.
I mean,
Literally a year and a half ago when Batman Superman came out. Probably longer than that because I think it was like 2 years ago when that movie came out.
possibly.
Oh, you want to know something I never talked about on the podcast that really bothered me about Batman Superman? I'm going to get back to Teen Titans Go in a second, but while we're trashing DC anyway. Uh, when that movie first came out on Blu-ray, there was an extended edition. They actually made a longer cut of the movie. Batman
Right,
Superman.
right. I think I heard about that.
Why the hell would you make a longer cut of that movie that is already too long?
Right? I think even in theaters it ran longer than it should have.
Oh, that could have been that was a really good Batman movie and an okay Wonder Woman movie and then a terrible Superman movie. Like, the Superman parts are what didn't work in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't think it was too bad though.
I have a problem with it. I don't know.
I just think like the way they told the story was bad. That's it. That's my only qualm.
So your problem with the movie is the story.
Well, the way they told it, not so much just the story, but the way they decided to tell the story.
I just think the whole movie was terrible. Like, not terrible, like, it was watchable. It kept me hooked because I was like, okay, I'll go see Wonder Woman and I'll go see the next Batman movie, which nobody knows what's happening with Batman now because
Oh, I'm so
Justice League.
confused.
Justice
I'm a
League didn't do
fan,
good.
and I'm so confused.
I'd like to see Ben Affleck back as Batman, but at this point, I'd be shocked if there's even a Batman movie. But
I think they're just gonna have to wrap Batman up into the. And here's the issue. At the same time, we've had 3 Batmen in like the short time that I've been alive, and we've had literally the Man of Steel, and that was it for Superman. We've had literally only Wonder Woman ever. We've just had a lot of Batman. We're
well,
getting like
no,
overloaded
there's
with
been
it, and when we have
there's been two
when we have
Supermen. Superman Returns. Brandon.
Adam in
The
Legends of Tomorrow.
the one with what's his name? The guy who the gay guy who was touching people, 14-year-olds, and was like, I'm
You?
gay now. I'm gay now. The House of Cards guy. He was Lex Luthor. The House of Cards guy was Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey. Kevin Spacey. He was Lex Luthor in that movie.
I was like gonna say I know who you're talking about. Doesn't mean I know who it is, whose name is.
Yeah, Kevin
But no,
Spacey.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that one. But we've had three Batman, and when we get a slightly downed performance from like one of them, it's criticized so much harder because of how many we've had. So we're getting like an overload on them. But we should really get back to the topic because
I mean, Val Kilmer was the best Batman, but we could talk about this some other time.
uh, moving on.
Moving on, that Val Kilmer is the best Batman. So
Moving on.
Val Kilmer is the best Batman, guys. Fight me, 1v1 me. Val Kilmer is the best Batman.
Ooh. I
Okay, let's see. Oh, I wrote down here terrible music numbers.
again.
Yeah, we just
Let's
talked
just
about that.
go back to that one. No.
Again, there's a music number every 5 seconds in this movie. Like, just it's some of them are like
So
30 seconds long. Some of them are a full like 3-4 minutes long.
needless to say, there's a lot of musicals. We had a lot. There's a couple of good things that I would like to talk about, but for right now, continue down your list.
Let's see. We had the time cycle sequence, which was one of my favorites in the entire
Oh, that
movie.
was great.
They go back in time to try to make it so there's no superheroes, so they can become the superheroes. And
DJing Teen Titans.
oh, I think they met Slade before that, but
Yeah, they had. This was
Yeah,
right
oh,
after the
yeah.
first encounter.
yeah. So they meet Slade, and there's the stupid Deadpool joke from the trailer. Um, yeah, he uses his mind manipulation, which actually Slade is one of the only characters in the entire movie I really like because he's played by a really good actor. He's played by Lego Batman actually, Will Arnett.
Yeah. I actually
Is
didn't make that connection until just now.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. Um, anyway, back to time cycles, which was one of my favorite sequences. Like it was really funny. This is like one of the ones where I laughed a lot. Um, they went back in time to stop superheroes from being created. So first off, Raven's idea was like we kill all the superheroes.
Yeah, there was so much death jokes in this movie. It was ridiculous.
My favorite thing was you were like Judas contract. Like you said that pretty loud. Like as soon as you saw that.
Yeah. No, straight up. I was like, oh, it's going to be the Judas contract. And I mean, technically, it did end up boiling down to basically the Judas contract.
But yeah, it was that the sequence that followed was pretty fun. They went to Krypton and they stopped the planet from blowing up. They
They went to Krypton, they stopped the planet from blowing up, and they're not already heroes?
yeah, they went and threw a six-pack holder in the water, and then
Oh my God.
baby Aquaman got trapped in it.
That one was, you can't do that.
Guess
was-
what they did?
So many levels of inappropriate. That's kind of what I liked. Is like right now Teen Titans Go is targeted towards children, but a lot of adults find really great jokes in it, and there's a lot of adult humor in it, obviously to get parents to want to watch it with their kids and be able to enjoy it a little bit. But all in all, when I'm sitting here thinking about it and everything, there's no way in hell that I would actually enjoy it. No. The more we actually watch it, the more likely it is that they're going to stop as adults because we're not the target audience. So the more adults they have watching it, the more likely Cartoon Network will cut it off like they have for everything else that we love.
I don't know. I dug parts of this movie more than I've ever dug the show. But again, I have too many problems. I have way too many problems with it.
Too many problems.
Anyway, the last thing in the time cycle sequence, they go back in time and they save Bruce Wayne's parents from getting shot. They're like, "That's Crime Alley. Don't go down there." And it's like people are just getting shot, like randomly.
Oh, jeez, but no, it's worse than that. It's worse than that.
Oh yeah, because the sequence after they get back, obviously getting rid of all superheroes from history ended badly, and like the world's on fire and there's crime everywhere. So they go back in time to recreate all the superheroes. They blow up Krypton again. They Cyborg cuts the 6-pack holder off of Aquaman's neck, and then they
go to Batman. They go back to Crime Alley, and they literally put pearls around his mom's neck, and then Robin pushes both of them in there, and little Batman's just sitting there like, what the fudge just happened?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know where to begin with this.
So really,
there was so much.
Really, if there's a canon in the Teen Titans universe, really then, like in the Teen Titans Go universe, they are the bad guys.
Basically.
Again.
Yeah. No, actually, exactly. In fact.
That was a set of really dark humor, like very dark humor. Oh my goodness.
But it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but like that was one of the funnier bits of the movie. It's just like one of those things to where like there were so many hits that the misses were just really like. Yeah, the time cycle sequence was cool. That was fun. If the whole movie had been that much fun, I would have enjoyed it. Like, but it isn't.
No.
Anyway, Robin goes back to fight Slade, and he wins, I guess. The fight scene's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, the final... Are we talking the final one, or the...
No, the second to final one, when they beat him the first time.
Okay, yeah, that was... I mean, it was alright. I wouldn't say it was cool, so to speak.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Whatever. Anyway, Robin beats Slade. He's a hero now, so a director named Jade Wilson. I wonder who this could be. Decides that she's going to make a movie, a Teen Titans movie. And
because that's not obvious.
Yeah. Jade Wilson, you know.
I mean, granted, I bet for kids it wasn't very obvious.
That's one of the stupider jokes. Like, you can't go from, jokes about killing, Batman's parents to, oh, Jade Wilson. I just hate the villain turn thing that they do all the time now. Every movie has to have a villain turn.
Yeah.
Have you seen Incredibles yet?
No.
2? Do you plan on it?
Eventually. Probably when it comes on Redbox.
Well, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there is a villain turn because it's a Disney movie and this is all that Disney does now. There has to be
villain turns?
There has to be some kind of good guy that turns into a villain. Wreck-It Ralph, it was the mayor of the racing place.
Wasn't that a Pixar?
It's still a Disney movie. Frozen? Frozen is what started this nonsense.
Yeah. Well,
poop in the toilet. That's what a note says on my thing. It says
oh yeah, because they all pooped in the.
It says that's not even readable, but it says poop in the toilet.
They all pooped in the fake toilet.
They pooped in the fake toilet on the set of the movie because of the fact that they're stupid, and they don't just use this joke once. If it had been a one-off with Beast Boy and Robin would have just said, "I don't think that's a real toilet," that I got a giggle out of that. But then they kept cutting back to it, and then everybody pooped in the fake toilet.
Like in the cartoon, even the Teen Titans Go cartoon, they don't push jokes this hard.
They wouldn't have as much time. They don't have as much time. You don't have 5 minutes to devote to a joke about pooping in a toilet.
It would have been like a quick smack on the back of the head, and then that's that, But that's it. That's all you have. But with the
I did the poo-poo in the toilet.
The poop in the toilet is literally making me think of the first big bad guy who just farted for like a fucking minute and a half.
Oh yeah, that happened at the beginning of the movie too. The cool fight scene in the beginning was ended by farts.
Yeah. But anyway, they do that, like one quick smack in the back of the head, but then they also like they'll go farther into it with even in I suck because everything I see in this movie I'm just trying to compare to the original Teen Titans, and I know I can't do that.
But I mean, even comparing it to the show, like the funnier jokes in the show are not the jokes that work in this movie because of the fact that they get too long to play around with the jokes. And then and then when they aren't spending a long time on a joke and ruining it by doing way too much with it, they're throwing everything at a wall at you at once. There was one point where I got lost with jokes. I just got lost. I couldn't tell what was going on.
I could see that.
I got lost because they were just like it was one thing after another, and one of the funnier jokes that came up, like I almost missed, but I managed to catch it, was Superman, who was played by Nicolas Cage.
He finally got his role.
Yeah, he finally got his role. They make a joke that he's a national treasure because he was in the movie National Treasure. Do you get it? Do you get that it's funny because he was in the movie National Treasure? But they don't do that though. They just make the joke once, which is why it worked so good. That's the kind of humor they have in the show that works.
Yeah.
But there was so much going on at the same time that it was like it was hard to comprehend. I don't know. There was so much going on.
Well, yeah. They
like pretty much the end of the movie went by really quick after that point though because
I mean, so like we had let's just go through this quickly here. We had the Doomsday device.
Oh yeah, the Doomsday device that is a poorly named like radio transmitter that stands for DOOMSDAY, which I don't remember what it stands for because
No, I didn't care enough. And then there's the like all the superheroes were going along with it being retarded. Then the superheroes got their minds taken over. The Judas contract apparently happened.
Yeah, Raven just throws everybody in another dimension. Bye.
Yeah, like she just that was one of the jokes that they did well. They did it, I want to say 3 times in total in the movie. The first time they were like, open up the portal, suck the guys in, and they get the seats. The second time they suck all the superheroes in, they get they get to continue to fight Slade. The third time they try to suck Slade in and his giant robot, and the giant robot gets stuck. And it was well done because it was only done those 3 times that way.
And it was spaced out. It like every other joke that they tried to do like that in the movie takes place like one right after another. Oh no, ah.
Yeah. But other than that, we had the ending of the movie had a actually very decent fight scene.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know, I really dug that. They bring back that stupid rap song though again.
They did, but the actual fight scene, like if you turn off your volume and you just listen to the fight and watch the fight, it's a decent fight. It's decently well done.
Like this is not an ugly movie, you know, which shocked me. Like it's really not ugly. Cartoon Network put some actual money behind making it look good.
Yeah. But then we had the odd credit sequence where they were trying to cut to credits. Everybody was clapping for the Teen Titans who would save the day.
Oh.
And Robin refused to let it go because he had a message for the kids.
Do you guys want to know what that message is? Ask your parents where babies come from.
That was...
That was the message. Ask your parents where babies come from, and then it cuts to black, and then the credits start rolling.
And you see, it hurts me because I know there's a couple other points in there where it was just like, that's such an inappropriate thing to do in a kid's movie. And I know they're in there. I know they exist. But I'm just like, I can't remember them right now. I have already washed my brain of them. They were so bad.
Like, but it's funny. I really appreciate that joke, though, because, like...
Yeah, absolutely.
It was super... That was a punk rock move right there. Like, that... I will say that, like... They didn't care. That was punk rock. That's like the first Shrek movie. Like, I think the first Shrek movie is a really punk rock movie. Like, it's a really punk rock kids movie because it's not a kids movie. And there are moments in this
Well,
movie that try to do that, but they just fail.
holy dragonflies.
You have a dragonfly in your house?
No, I just looked outside and I got like 19 of them floating around my backyard.
You would not believe your eyes if 10,000
Nope,
fire...
that's fireflies.
What's the difference between a dragonfly and a
Anyway.
firefly?
Firefly lights its butt up.
No, I was going to say that dragonflies don't get canceled after 10 episodes.
Fuck. I don't like that, Philip. I don't like you doing that to me.
So, there we are. We're at the end of the movie. Jade Wilson ended up being Slade Wilson because, of course.
Ooh.
And they do the stupid joke throughout the movie, too, where they keep saying, Slade. That's an intimidating sounding name. Slade. 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 If anybody who's watching this finds that annoying, yeah, try watching that for, like, let's see, that was from, like, the 30-minute movie point of the movie on. So for an hour straight, just every 10 minutes, somebody's just going, Slade, for, like, a minute and a half.
Yeah. Well, and then we had and being is how that's basically the entire movie we've now covered with all of its good things and its bad things. There was the after credit scene.
Yeah.
This is the thing where this is the only reason why I was excited to watch this movie. I knew it existed. I was super excited for it. You guys are going to want to go watch it on YouTube if you are a fan of the original Teen Titans show. Because it is a huge Easter egg for future plans with the DC TV streaming service as they need more shows on it. So they're digging deep enough to say that Teen Titans, they start up a video, Robin's face, the original animation, they stand back.
No, but here's the thing, though. They look older.
Yeah. Well, and they back up and then they say, we finally found a way back.
Yeah.
And literally probably the most exciting thing of my life right there.
That was one of those shocking things that they looked older, too. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it looks like they legitimately like. So it seems like what they're doing is they're splitting the Teen Titans Go into its own different like canon universe, and then Teen Titans is like trying to come back.
Well,
and they just kind of want to push that.
Wasn't there an episode where they did say that there's two different Teen Titans universes in Go? Like, didn't they mention that?
No. What they said is the original show got canceled, and it was the guy with the remote. He was like, "You guys got I got you guys canceled. This is what you guys used to look like." And then they go through all sorts of different animations in it. It's actually a good episode. It's got a lot of Easter eggs for the original, and it was the original segue for them to be bringing back the original Teen Titans.
Imagine if they would have done that as a movie.
Original Teen Titans?
No, like that episode. If they would have made that episode into a movie instead of this. Like, that episode, I remember watching it.
Oh, that would have been great.
I thought that episode was really fun, and it made fun of itself a lot, and...
Yeah. Like, I think that's literally the only episode I've ever truly enjoyed watching, besides the one where they eat the hot peppers. Just because I can relate.
I don't know. I just... The Teen Titans Easter egg at the end was cool. That was the best part of the movie.
Especially if you guys love the old original series, because along with Young Justice and everything else, with the DC TV streaming app, they are going to be bringing back that, and maybe even some other oldies like the original Justice League. They might continue that.
I don't know. Let's do our winners and losers like we did for the Comic-Con special, but this time you can't pick the Teen Titans thing at the end of the credits because that's going to be both of our favorite things.
Obviously.
So, besides that, just assume that the Teen Titans Easter egg at the end of the credits is our favorite thing, and we'll go off from there. My losers, myself, because I went to this movie and watched it, and it was a waste of an hour and a half of my life I won't get back. The other losers of this are that terrible like mini movie at the short film at the beginning. Tara Strong.
Okay, let's just assume that that's both of our least favorites. So moving past that.
Yeah, like my experience with the movie, like watching this movie would have gone through maybe like I'm at like a 4 out of 10 on it right now. I'd probably be at like a 6. Like I would be slightly above average. if not at average, somewhere around there. If it wasn't for that stupid
Intro.
yes.
It was like DC Superhero Girls or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember what they wanted to call
It
it.
was The Great Batsby. I wrote it down.
Yeah, but that was the episode title. The actual show, they called it something else.
I don't know. Don't do anything
But
with that.
but is that all your losers?
Um, the poop and fart jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, too many of those. The musical numbers. Them overusing and beating jokes over the head. Like I could go on.
Yeah. Well, besides, of the obvious overbeating of the jokes and everything like that, my blatant losers are the Deadpool joke, because that's literally been around since the beginning of time. They've touched on it and everything, but when they
put
touch
it
on
in
it
the
so
trailer. They put it in the trailer for the movie.
they touched on it in this one, they touched it too blatantly. Even in
Look
the
at the
original
camera
Teen
and say
Titans.
something inappropriate.
Yeah, he literally says that, and then like I want to say it was just like a scene earlier. They were like, "Well, the superheroes will stop you," and then he's like, "No, they won't. They're in the theater and they're probably respectful and shut off their phones." And then he points at everybody in the crowd like this and says, "Unlike all of you, or a few of you," or whatever he says. And it's just like they're pushing the whole Deadpool thing way too hard in the first sequence, but they don't follow through with it. Because if they're gonna have him break the third wall, have him break the fucking third wall. Let it be broken. Don't have him do one quick thing and then just send it off,
Yeah.
Um, other than that, in terms of losers, the horrible first boss, because what the hey? He's just like a balloon animal.
I thought like
Uh,
Starfire like hugging the dogs was cute. That was funny. That made me laugh.
that was
That would
cute and
be
funny, yeah.
that would be her. That would work in the original Teen Titans show. Like a gag like that. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much, but like it would have worked at least a little bit.
But then we get there's the obvious references to the different romances and everything like that, which are well done. Those are probably actually a plus in my book. I'm trying to think of what else would even be considered a negative, because all of it's kind of like it's all kind of a negative. So when I try and think about things I enjoy, it's easier to pick out my favorites.
I'm sorry, but my Beast Boy X Raven romanticism isn't enough in play.
Are you? Well, I mean they. Okay.
Make that ship happen.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, but they didn't mention it in the movie at all.
I know, but I'm pretty sure it happened like in the Teen Titans Go TV series.
I get that, but I want more. I will still want more Beast Boy and Ray Ray time. Okay.
Well, anyway, what are your favorites? What are your goods?
The time cycle sequence was really fun. I liked the fact they used "Take on Me." They used a remix of "Take on Me" while they were doing like tricks. Like it was really cool.
Yeah, it was actually that was a really cool one.
It
was kind of like the original like skate video games.
I was just thinking of Tony Hawk because I was like, "There's a rad meter, like the
What
special
is
meter."
going on?
Wait, what?
Am I getting like super dark?
Yeah, it's red. I was gonna say you have porno lighting going on right now.
Yeah, hold on.
Don't mess with your lighting. It's working. The video's working, Tim. Don't mess with it.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm just gonna stay in the porno lighting.
Yeah, it's okay. My other winners, that sequence was a lot of fun. The middle musical sequence when they're going to Hollywood, I like that musical sequence. I thought it actually sounded like a musical sequence, not like some weird thing they did.
I swear that was Michael Boltman singing that song.
I don't know. But what were your winners?
My winners. My winners are, first of all, the fact that they even brought Slade into it. That was one of the biggest points of the original one, and I'm glad they finally put him in it at all. So that was definitely a plus in my book. Other than that, the Nicolas Cage Superman.
I wrote that down. Like that National Treasure line got me. That was the funniest. That line was one of the reasons why, and that kind of humor. Good job.
But Other than that, I would say the ending fight scene was well done.
Yeah.
And the well done joke, the very few there were in there, like the Ravens portals and the ones that came and they followed the basic rules of comedy and they landed and they were funny.
Yeah. Not poop in the toilet though.
No, that one was so. The fart was funny at the beginning because it just like went on, and then it was funny for like maybe 15 seconds, and then they continued to drag it and drag it, and it was just silent and fart, and then everyone started laughing. And it's just like it's like
I will give them that poop joke. That poop joke at least worked. You know, that poop joke worked.
Well, yeah,
the poop in the toilet joke. The poop in the toilet joke, under no circumstances worked.
I think it was dragged on for way too long, both of them. Which, I mean, appeals to a more childlike sense of humor, I guess. I found it, like I said, I found the fart joke funny at first, 100%. I found the poop joke funny at first, 100%. It was the length of the push on it. Like, they really wanted to push those poop jokes.
They really wanted to push the poop, guys.
Philip's favorite pastime.
All right, well, I think that's all I have to say about the movie.
I have nothing else for it.
Yeah, wow. I think I'm thinking next week we're going to be taking a 1 week break from the podcast. I do believe, and then we'll be back the following Tuesday at the normal time. I just need a little bit of a break. Editing these is kind of rough, and I just started a new job, so I'm working 1 day a week that I did have off before, so it's like, but we'll definitely come back the week after, and we'll do a normal news episode. We'll get back to the old format because that'll be fun.
Just pulling up some neat stories and looking at what they are all about.
Having some goofs and some gaffs and some laughs and some loofs.
Some goofs, some gaffs, some laughs, and some loofs.
Yeah, so. All right, guys. You can catch us on our YouTube channels. Mine is ralasinchains. It's the YouTube channel the video for this is on. Tim's is Tech the Entertainment Kit. He does Magic the Gathering stuff.
Magic, Pokemon. I'm doing cards right now. My channel's a slow build up. I just got back from vacation and my house was a mess. I've got an egg smell. I've got a lot of stuff that's happening that's outside of the realm of YouTube is on hold for right now because of it, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. I think maybe we'll see next episode if Michael Maxwell can join us and we could do a threesome.
Hot.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a super busy guy. Like if I'm working 6 days a week, this guy's working like 13 days a week. There's not even 13 days in a week. He's really cool though. He was real fun to have on.
I really hope that everybody who is listening to this video knows that there's not 13 days in the week.
Yeah, but this guy works 13 days in a week. Like he's in like 10 bands. Like it's crazy, and he has like 4 jobs and is in 10 bands. Like he's crazy. I don't get how he does it. He made time to record with me for like an hour and was like, "Oh, we could have done another hour." I'm like, "Dude, how? How do you have time in a day for this?"
That's madness. He's probably on that like crazy sleep schedule I want to get on where you just take 6 20-minute naps every 24 hours.
Like he's up at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I am, so like he's definitely on some kind of weird sleep schedule. But big thanks to him for last week because he made the show so we didn't miss a week, and you had too much going on and I didn't want to bug you on your trip, so I'm glad you had a good trip.
Yeah, no. It was fun. 30-foot cliff. My friend who's afraid of heights jumped off of it. First time he almost fell off. And then he was like, I just got to do it. And he jumped off and he was like, all right, I got to keep doing it now because it's super fun.
But yeah, it's been a fun episode, guys. We'll be back with a normal episode next week. We'll talk it at you next time. Bye-bye.